And I want to welcome all the people who care about public services in California. Why are we here? Because something is rotten in California. It ain't right. It just ain't right. We all know about the disaster happening right now in the Gulf of Mexico. But there's a disaster happening right here in California. That's the huge budget cuts to social services and schools that Governor Schwarzenegger has proposed. Big Oil needs to be responsible for environmental damage it can cause, and it needs to be part of the solution to the damage in our state's communities. Here are some facts, everybody. These are the facts, okay? California is the only major oil-producing state in the United States that does not tax oil companies for extraction and drilling. We're the only ones. Boo! Boo! That is teetering on the brink of a double-dip recession because of joblessness. Our governor, Governor Schwarzenegger, he's proposing a budget that sacrifices 430,000 jobs in the private sector, in schools, in cities and counties across the state. That ain't right, y'all. None of this is unavoidable. This is not something we are doing because we have no other option. We have an option. But the options are blocked by big oil and other powerful corporate interests that control slightly more than a third of the legislature. That ain't right there. That ain't right. Just enough to hold California over a barrel. That's why we're marching today to the headquarters of one of California's top oil companies, Occidental, to demand a change and to tell them that we expect them to be part of the solution California needs. We need to rebuild California, and to do that, everybody who benefits from our people and our resources needs to chip in to protect both. They need to put something on it, everybody. It's too late, and that ain't right that they not paying their share. So that ain't right.
That ain't right.
It's time, Big Oil, to pay your share. It's time, Exxon, to pay your share. It's time, Chevron, to pay your share. It's time, Occidental, to pay your share. 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 Now, I want to recognize a few of the groups that are here, along with SEIU 721. We have Alicia Rivera from Communities for a Better Environment. All right. We have the California Partnership. We have the Coalition for Clean Air. We have 9 to 5. That's National Association for Working Women. Community Health Councils. We have Attorney Damon Nagami from the National Resource Defense Council. We have Irma Munoz, President of Mujeres de la Tierra. And finally, welcome an SEIU 721 member and El Monte's Mayor, Andre Quintera. Okay, so our first speaker today is Monica Mitchell. She's a hard-working parent who counts on child care to balance her family's budget. She's going to lose her child care on August 1st, along with thousands of other Californians. As you listen to her story, keep in mind that Ray Irani, the CEO of Occidental Oil, was the highest paid CEO in the country, not in California, in the country in 2009. He earned over $148 million in pay and stock options. So let's hear for Monica Mitchell. Monica!
Everybody raise your signs! Good evening, everyone. My name is Monica Mitchell, and I am from Hawthorne, California. 2 years ago, I found myself in a very difficult situation when I became a single mother. It was especially hard because I had no job. My partner was the sole provider until he left, and I had to pick up the responsibility of feeding my son and putting a roof over our head. I was not prepared. I knew I had to find a job right away, but I had no formal job training and no one to leave my son with or means of child care. Then I was informed about Crystal Stairs, the subsidized child care program through the state that would give me the flexibility to go back to work while my child was being cared for. This program has been such a blessing for myself and my son. Because of it, I have been able to work with an organization that works and supports with working women called 9 to 5 National Association of Working Women, and also go back to school to build the foundation of a meaningful career. I am almost done and will soon be a medical assistant and work my way up to be a registered nurse. It won't be long before I can say that I made it. I will finally have a job that will allow me to give back to my community and provide for my son, who has autism, and this job is very hard. He needs special services and therapies that I must provide for him, and it will only happen if I have enough resources to make sure that they're done. But this same opportunity that I have is in jeopardy because the governor is proposing to eliminate funding for child care. It isn't right that a program that allows people to get back in the workforce is being cut. How are we supposed to pull ourselves out of this economic mess if we cannot work? Who is supposed to take care of my child if I am able to go to work? Where does that leave me? Unemployed like many other Californians. Unemployment is already giraffe high. I am feeling like I have done all this work for nothing just to have the rug pulled up from under me. I worked hard to get where I am, and I will not sit around and act like everything's okay. This is a horrible solution. This will really raise the poverty rate. More people will have to quit their jobs or drop out of school just so they can stay home with their kids. But that's a home they will not have long because they'll have no means of resources to make sure that they can pay their rent every month. The cuts will not just affect the parents, but the children as well. The children depend on their parents to make sure that they have everything they need. Cutting child care is not the solution. Instead, what the governor should do is hold these oil companies accountable. Even as I struggle, I have to pay my taxes. So should these oil companies. Pay your